Hello A-Sven-gers, it's me, Svenny Today, we're going to be looking at these here. These are protective cases from PlayVital. Before we get started, full disclosure, PlayVital reached out to me and sent these to me for review. However, the video is not otherwise sponsored in any way, and all opinions are my own. So let's go ahead and check these out. Alright, as mentioned, these were sent to me from PlayVital. In conversation with them, I requested to see one of the soft cases and one of the hard shell cases. Before we get into this, let's make sure that you're well aware that this is for the original Nintendo Switch model, not for a Switch Lite and not for the Nintendo Switch OLED models. The good news is PlayVital actually has these for all Nintendo Switch models, so it's really just a matter of making sure that you order the correct one for the model you're going to use. Today I have two Nintendo Switch original models here, and I'm going to be connecting one of these soft shells and one of the hard shells to these. This is soft shell case NTU 6026, and if you go to their website and you search that, you'll actually find this model pops right up. So inside you'll see that we do have Joy-Con protectors here, ergonomic Joy-Con protectors. We have a wet wipe and a dry wipe. We've got this little instruction thing. Now this instruction manual, gamer manual from PlayVital, basically says that there is a user guide you can go to the website for, but it's cool to see here that you have a 6-month warranty for all products. We've got buttons, we've got stickers, and we have this shell here. I think you're gonna like checking this one out. Look at that. Totally gonna go with that NES aesthetic. Now here's a Switch model I have, and actually this one has one of those tempered glass screens on here that I put on from another video, also from PlayVital. Now I can go ahead, use the wet wipe first on this, and then use the dry wipe, and I'm gonna wanna make sure I get a good focus on the buttons here. So let's start here with these ergonomic grips. Very plain and simple here. This is just gonna go over your Joy-Con and you're in place. Same with this one. I'm gonna slide it over the buttons first. And this can be done on its own too, but I'm going to slide this over the top first. What they've included here is 12 of these little sticks. Basically, of course, we're just going to need 8. And these are double-sided little 3M stickies, so we're going to go ahead and put all 4 on here and on here. All right, and getting that up close, I've got the sticky part down. I'm going to pull carefully here. And with that sticker over top of that right arrow here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply this rubber piece. It actually has kind of a convex, concave approach to it. So I'm going to put the bowl side over top. I'm just going to push down for a second to hold it. And it's in place. Repeat. And bingo bango. We have all 8 attached. For the soft case itself, I found that you can actually slide it right through if you want to go end to end. What I'm going to attempt to do here is I'm going to actually just slide it around these posts and get it in there. Noting that on the back side, where you actually have these little screw posts, 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the corners there. The case itself actually has these little plastic nubs right there in each corner to help keep the case fitted onto your Switch. Of course, you have to note that you are going to be able to align the bottom up and the tops up because you have the cartridge port, the vent, and your power buttons, etc. So make sure you are putting it on top to bottom the correct way. And with a little shimmy here, we're in. So there again is our power button, our volumes, the vent. We have our game case spot. These little openings here at the bottom side. We still have access to our kickstand. And importantly, of course, our charging and dock station here. That is beautiful. And of course, for those that know and those that don't, this is an original NES console. Your Nintendo Entertainment System. So there you have it. Right on the back of your console, you have the same aesthetic running through here, so pretty awesome. As for your Joy-Cons, there you have it right there. And you have that same striping that was down the front here. And you have your red buttons and your pads, so very much reminiscent of the original Nintendo controllers. Even the white pads around your red there. And your D-pad outline over on this side. Again, with these Joy-Cons, they're designed to give it a little bit of back there, you know, so it's going to give you some grip, ergonomic grip to hold on to, as opposed to being completely flat the way Joy-Cons were designed. So it is firm, it's not going to squish, it's not going to bubble, and so it holds in your hand there, giving you nice controlled grip on your controller. And rubberized buttons now, not just soft plastic to touch. With that tempered glass screen, this one is completely protected now by PlayVital. For the hard shell, this is ANSP3003, and I requested a different type of approach with this one. I wanted this real red aesthetic here, and look, it even comes with a screwdriver. So this one here actually boasts that it is an upgraded one to work with the Nintendo Switch dock. So with the Nintendo Switch on top here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clip this on top first here, button side up. And you can tell it's very defined because again, it has all those imprints right here, including your power and your volume. On the bottom, we're just going to slide it gently over, and just like that, it's in place. Now for today's video, I'm going to be using these green Joy-Cons. If you had red or gray, perhaps that would be more appealing visually to you, but for me, I think it's going to look awesome no matter what. So again, these are a harder plastic. These aren't rubberized. You can tell that it's been white on the inside and that they painted it this aesthetic on the outside. This is the right side, so same thing. I'm going to just slide this over top here gently and get this in there. You can tell there is a post here that's going to want to connect with the screw port on the back. It clips on there just nice. And getting this red over top here, this is actually designed so it's going to clip right over top here when fully in place. Now you see how it kind of popped down. Those little pegs got into the screw ports. Now it's clamped right over top here to hold it in place. And same thing, I'm going to make sure that when that is in, I get this one in place here as well. There you have it. It is clamped right in, and you know what? It's precision cut to go right around everything. Looks great. So if there's a right one, then naturally there's a left one here. Just like that. Just make sure that these parts here are tucked under. On the back of the console here, if I lift the kickstand and just give it a little bit of a twist to the side. Not much. Doesn't take much. It's just these little steel nubs here need to come out of the port. Here's where that screwdriver is going to come into place. This is a tri-wing, and this is a tri-wing screwdriver. So check it out. You now have a tri-wing screwdriver. I'm just going to go gently, and I'm going to remove this little screw and the little bracket. It's a tiny little guy, so don't lose it. That just pops right up. And here on my red one from PlayVital, I'm going to put that bracket there. And same thing, I'm going to install this tiny little screw back in place. Alright, and with that tightened down, I'm going to slide this back into place here. Just a quick pop, and just like that, sits in place. The official Nintendo Switch stand here has this kind of rubberized bottom here, so that when you do use it with the Switch stand, this rubber here is supposed to keep it from sliding. This red replacement one here doesn't have any rubber, but you know what? Even putting it here on this granite countertop, I'm not finding that it's any more prone to sliding, so it does what's it intended to do. One more piece to go, this little guy. Included in this kit are two of these little stickers. Again, they're double-sided, so I'm going to lift one, and I'm going to place it right down here on top where it says game card. Just like so, gently pat it in place. And once seated here, I'm just going to lift the backing carefully. And this piece of plastic here, there is a little tab right on top here. I'm going to lean that tab towards the front. We're going to place it just like so, and I'm just going to press on it firmly, and I'm just going to hold it there for a sec. Now with that firmly in place, there is a little tab for a fingernail just to grab onto, and it will lift it. You're going to be hoping that that sticker holds in place, but so far, so good. So getting these guys in place, it's kind of funny you see that green coming through there, but you know what? I think it looks awesome. And on the back side here, check that out. Look at just that sharp lasery red. The reason why I wanted this one for the hard shell, because I've been doing a lot of talking about this guy here, my new Nintendo 3DS. So I thought these two were going to kind of have that same type of a red, sharp, metallic look to it. And you know what? I think it just looks fantastic. So this is the hard shell, this is the soft shell. Again, this one is just kind of more of like a rubbery type of a compound here. This one here is more of a firm plastic. These were made specifically for the original Nintendo, but they do make them for the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch OLED, so go to their site and check it out. And if you're not interested in the original Nintendo model or this metallic, go and have a look because they are doing everything. They've got really cute, I believe it's pronounced kawaii, type of aesthetic there. They have cute kitties and fruits, and they have these metallic colors here of all sorts here. They have Super Famicom, Super Nintendo style, so you can pretty much find everything on their website, any type of aesthetic that you're looking for. Now the most time-consuming part of this for this model here was doing that little bit of a screwdriver, which took me only a moment. This one here, of course, applying these little stickers here, that was probably the most strenuous part that I had to endure, but I can tell you it was not anything difficult. These guys here, they are looking sharp. What can I say? These are my original Nintendo Switch consoles, and they just look fantastic. Now, one thing I do want to look at is the docking of these, because I did try it out, and I'd like to confirm that I've had mixed results. However, their site even admits that. There are some docks that simply pinch harder. I have another dock, a third dock for a third Switch upstairs, and plain and simple, I can't get either of these to sit in there very well with these on. Now, this one here, the rubber one, is going to be a little bit more of a process because you gotta, it's harder to take it off, but it's not impossible. This guy here, it's literally just a moment of peeling the bottom off like that, and it's already off. So with that, I can go ahead and just slide this into the dock. To me, that's not a big deal breaker because I can just slide it right back on top again and push down, and we're back in business, and the Switch is protected. Again here, this is the one that boasts that it's designed to actually fit in a dock because it's got these beveled marks here. So here's a Nintendo Switch dock. I'm going to slide it right in as per normal. You'll notice that it does go in slowly simply because of that casing, but without any major pushing or anything, you can see it is at the bottom of the dock, ready to charge or play on screen. With this other model, however, and I say other model, but these are the same. There's no difference in any of these. When I slide this down, it comes to a stop about midway, and you can see I really have to make it work. And the more I have to do that, the more I have to push to try and get it in there. I'm more worried about that C connection at the bottom, and I definitely do not want to be doing anything that I'm going to play with that and cause this to pop or otherwise have an issue that I'm later on going to have a system issue in charging or displaying. Further, the harder I have to go, the more I'm going to start scuffing up that tempered glass. You can see right here. With these soft ones here, this is the same one that fit the hard shell. You can see it goes down, again, not so bad, but it still needs a little bit of coercion to get down there. And again, on the other dock that the hard shell didn't go down on, it's really not going to make it. With these ones here, like I said, because I have a third dock and the other one's connected to a television, that's the one that really gets played on the TV all the time. These ones are mostly going to be played in handheld mode. They're fully protected. I have a screen protector on them. Didn't come with these sets, came from another set, but I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. But on the outer shells, they're fully protected. The Joy-Cons are protected. These things are ready to go for handheld mode and display beautiful Nintendo Switch games on them. Now, friends, I'll be perfectly honest. That dock thing, I can't imagine what they can do differently in order to make a protective case that's going to go around your system that then allow you to go in. Like I said, the hard shell, if you're really thinking you want to go in and out from playing on TV and playing in handheld mode, then perhaps the hard shell is the one you're going to want to go to because, again, you can slide that right off. They do also note that the size of the tempered glass or screen protector you use may actually also help limit that in place. But I can tell you, as shown there, I have a dock that will accept them, and I have a dock that will not. And remember that if you are going to be playing in handheld mode and not in the dock, that charging port is always accessible at the bottom of these. So you can plug in your USB-C, charge it up, and be ready to play handheld mode fully protected. Please use the links in the description and go check out all the different types. I'll also list these ones specific in the description below if you want to go check them out. The tempered glass, again, is going to be available on their site. Use my coupon code SNES to get yourself a discount and get protecting your Nintendo Switches too. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please consider liking and subscribing, as it always helps grow my channel. Until I see you guys again soon, please take care and be good to each other. Bye now.